So here I am at the store. It should open up in a little while. Right there's the bus turnaround. And every spring, May 6th, they put these sprigs of this certain plant, whatever it is, on doors. And these are just the folks that live here that do it, not the people whose houses are closed. I think it has something to do with spring as a planting thing, and it may have some religious overtones. Such things usually did and do. Just met a man named Boris. I think this is his property. He invited me to come have coffee with him tomorrow anytime. He's from here. That's his home. He's owned it for, I'm sure, a long time. He's 80 years old. He lives in Toronto. He left here 50 years ago and comes back for 6 months each year. Interesting that right behind that one tree that's illuminated against that black sky is a rainbow. In fact, I think it's a double rainbow. On the left side of the right tree is the main one, but on the left side where you see that little hump of gray mountain in the back, on the right side of it is a very faint double rainbow. And so many of the old items and pictures and so forth are of her husband's family. This may be a kind of either a bottle or a canteen type of thing. And you wonder if that bottle came that way. Here's some preserves for sale. How cute that is. Oh, pulleys. Some cowbells. And that's for, see, there's the yarn that's made, and they put the wool up on the end there in a big stack, and then they work it with their fingers. You wonder if that bear was taken here. National Park Galicia alleged that they had grizzlies. Don't know if they have anything over here. Salt thing. I think they may be smaller than the deer I have in Arizona. They have this bottled water, which I like, with gas. I discovered last night, and this is my salad plate from which I make my salad. And there's cheese right there in the lower left. Cucumbers, tomatoes, cucumbers, cabbage, which I like. I've almost used that exclusively at home. I think this is a fruit salad over here. So off we go. And my vinegar and oil and spice. It looks like the spice of China, but not anywhere near as deadly. Now Milka has added a couple more items. This pastry with vegetables inside. And then this, which is a tomato and pepper mix, I think. And that can be used with the salad, and we'll try it on here too. So this is similar to what I had this morning at the bus station, but not as oppressively heavy, certainly not as greasy as what I had. And this is, it has cool, and it has a tomatoey, a pasty taste to it, paste, but a kind of a, I hate to say this in a bad way because it's not slimy way, it's kind of like okra in that sense, but very lightly so. But what's interesting about it, it has this very light tang from the peppers, and it still leaves a light, slight burn in your mouth. Very interesting. Now the cheese is interesting because it has a lot of holes. Visually it would have seemed to be soft, but in fact it's quite hard. almost, when you chew it, having the consistency of cold wax. Like, remember the old wax lips, but not in a negative way. You have to understand it's the way I describe it. It does not, I'm not attempting to impugn any negativeness to it. And it does crumble just a little bit, but not much when you cut it with the knife. I just realized with my high degree of sophistication that these, in fact, are pickled vegetables. Now, she's brought me another condiment that she makes that's a little bit hotter than the one we had, and is normally used with bread, so she's going to bring me some bread. And I also want to find out what kind of cheese this is. I've turned it over so we can just see what the other side looks like. So she brought me some almost hot, I suspect, homemade bread, and I put some on, so we'll try it. She's right, it's quite a bit hotter, but not oppressively so yet. And if the Chinese are correct that it sensitizes your tongue and your mouth so that you can better appreciate the rest of the meal, I think it's doing that at this moment. Next, we have soup. There's some meat in there. It looks like noodles, some vegetables, maybe some carrots. Now we'll see what kind it is. And joining the soup are 3 red peppers. I'll talk more about those when I've dug in. This is my room. Incidentally, the cost of this is €15 per night.